To me, the biggest benefit of the Success-Minded Leadership Program is really defining what leadership can look like, and for yourself, taking into consideration, where am I on that scale? Where am I as a leader? And then how can I use these different mindsets strategically to better lead my team?
The biggest benefit that I received from this program really was the sustained effort around building in new habits. So having that initiative that I worked on and was every other week having conversations about how I've applied one of the mindsets to that initiative helped me really build it into my day-to-day, right? And have a practical application for it versus a lot of training or a lot of webinars that we might go through where you talk and you discuss ideas, but you don't really go and turn around and put them into practice the very next day.
For me, the biggest benefit of the Success-Minded Leadership Program is, while I may have experienced success previously in my professional career, I didn't have a roadmap to get there. And that's exactly what Success-Minded Leadership provides you, is a roadmap based on mindsets to understand what your style is, what you benefit from in that style, and what areas and what mindsets you can use additionally to leverage not only what success looks like, but also unlock more potential within yourself.
The expansion of the different mindsets. So I naturally lean towards certain mindsets when I'm leading, but in keeping these other mindsets, I really have never really focused in on. It's allowing me to become more of a balanced, if that makes sense, leader, and I don't want to say react, but respond to the needs of the people in our organization with a more broader brush, if that makes sense, than just keeping in mind that emotional aspect, which I tend towards.
It's been taking a step back when I think about how I have changed as a leader as a result of going through Success-Minded Leaders. And what I mean by that is vision came out as something that I had as a strength, and I wouldn't necessarily have said that for myself at the beginning. And where I've had to focus is knowing that while my vision might be clear within my head, it's communicating that clearly at the right time to the right people so that I feel like I have the support to take a project through to the end versus me trying to drive it solely by myself.
I think that my leadership style has changed quite a bit in that I'm more open to where other people are at in their specific roles. So figuring out, not only reflecting on how am I doing as a leader, but really thinking, what does my team need at this moment based on their strengths and based on where they're at in their role. And just kind of being able to morph a little bit more to help those individual members of the team.
The biggest change in my leadership style since going through the Success-Minded Leadership Program would be my ability to reflect. I have an intense bias for action, and that's one of the things that's driven me throughout my professional career. And there were times that I would operate without context. I would merely be operating because of my bias for action. Now I'm able to step back, reflect on my actions either before or after, and prepare a better solution next time. This has allowed me to not only have a better sense of who I am professionally, but also personally.
The program was absolutely worthwhile. Definitely beneficial. I wouldn't have changed a single thing. It was actually kind of sad when it ended at 6 months. When we went in, it felt like, oh gosh, 6 months is gonna be a long time, a big commitment. It flew by, and now that we're at the end of it, I'm sad because I want to just keep going. I think that there's a lot to gain from, again, working with people outside of your realm. I think there's something to be said about working with other people that are wanting to be better leaders for their team and for their organization. And so I'm definitely looking for more opportunities on how I can continue to do that.